What's up, team? Alright, so today we're going to be doing a dry ice experiment. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be similar to the one I did on America's Got Talent, of which, if you guys saw, I was on America's Got Talent! I did the same experiments that I've done for the Today Show. A lot of them have been on the Wikipedia channel. And so I have some announcements that I want to get out there really quick. So we're doing videos all summer long on Tuesdays and Fridays. So 2 videos every week throughout the entire summer. So remember that. Put that down in your head. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. Okay, now let's get into the experiment. All right.
People are saying what's up and hello. And
let's take some questions while we're running. You know what? We got... Alright, so just to reiterate, we're going to do an experiment in about 2 minutes, alright? But we're going to wait for some people to get here when we're going to take some questions. Any questions that you guys have right now?
What were you thinking on America's Got Talent?
Oh my gosh, America's Got Talent was so scary. So I've never performed like that for judges in front of that many people. I've done live television before. I've done sort of like small studio audiences, but nothing like a couple thousand. I was sweating under my lab coat. I mean, just like so much sweat. It was gross.
What are the craziest things you've ever done?
Craziest things I've ever done? I think I've done them all for my YouTube channel. Some of the foam fountain experiments were really they're really dangerous, actually. Yeah.
Would you ever be on Big Brother again?
I would 100% go on Big Brother again. BB19. There's some rumors out there. There's some rumors. Who knows what's going to happen? Expect the unexpected, I guess. But yeah, I love the show. I wasn't on there for very long. I wish I could have been on there longer. I have so much more game to play. I totally would go back.
Carrie S. just said she's sharing this video with her friends and family on Facebook to get them to watch.
Thank you, Carrie S. That's awesome. If you guys have any time right now, share them on all your social media platforms. I'll retweet them after this. I'll regram them, whatever. So share. All right.
Why do you love science so much? And people are wondering, what time is the experiment going to happen?
The experiment's going to happen in 2 minutes, which is 4:17. What's over here? Oh yeah, the experiment's over here. So just to give you guys like a little bit of a preface. All right, so in here right now, I have a little piece of dry ice right here in this water. Right here, that's the dry ice. And when I put it in there, it sublimes inside of this really hot water. And it gives us that reaction. Now over here, I have 10 pounds of dry ice. And I have a full sink of hot water. So, what do you think is going to happen, guys? Just go ahead and let me know. What do you think is going to happen? What are people saying out there?
People are going crazy. They're saying hello. They want to know what's the best experience you did and what they might be able to see here.
Oh, so experiments are all about just figuring it out, trying it out. Sometimes you have a pretty good prediction about what's going to happen. So this is kind of like what we're going to be doing on a small scale, but we're going to do it on a bigger scale. So on a lot of my videos, what I like to do is I like to find experiments that have been done that are really small, and I like to make them really big. And so we kind of have an idea about what might happen, but we'll never know until we actually do it, right? And so I have an idea that I'm thinking maybe it might do something like this, we might get some of this, but who knows? I mean, we're in a closed area, right? And so we're going to have to ventilate it because this is solid CO2. So dry ice, there is no water in dry ice. It is just
1 minute away.
solid CO2. And so when you touch it, it's very cold to touch, but you're not actually getting any liquid on you. What's happening is subliming, which means it's going directly from a solid into a gas. So it's turning into CO2. What you're seeing right here is actually not the dry ice. This is actually water vapor. So the dry ice is so cold that it's actually turning the water vapor, the humidity in the air, into a giant cloud, right? So this is all just cloud. This is just water that's coming off of the actual hot water down there, and also that's just in the air. All right, it is 4:17. It is time to get started with the actual experiment itself. So I'm going to go ahead and dunk this 10 pounds of dry ice into this sink full of hot water. All right, let's see what happens. All right, here we go. And I'm dunking it in.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes, Wikipedia.
It's like I'm in here cooking. I'm cooking some science. Woo! Woo! Oh wow, that's getting pretty intense. So as you guys can see, it's filling up the room pretty quickly. Well, it's getting real. It's getting real thick in here. That's a lot. Look how much there is over here.
That's insane.
This is all just the hot water. It's being turned into it's like it's an instant cloud. I mean, look at the apartment. Just take a look. I'm up to my almost up to my waist. Look at this. We can create little vortexes. Look at this. It's like I'm creating a tornado. It's like a little hurricane. You know, it's almost like a little experiment right here. You know, I'm like a part of the Weather Channel.
People are wondering how does it know to stay level, and like why is it clinging to surfaces?
So the water vapor itself is actually heavier than just the atmosphere. The atmosphere is about 80% nitrogen, 20% oxygen. This water vapor is a lot heavier than that. So what's happening is as soon as it's coming off of the sink, it's just falling almost like a little waterfall of water vapor straight down the side. And if you guys can remember, this was Mike's kitchen. It's kind of seeping out over here on top of the oven over here. It's getting to the point where it's almost up to our waist. You know what? I think it might be time to open up a window. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna open up this door right here. Let some of this out. And we've got a window going back here so that all of this CO2 doesn't fill the room. Because if we let all the CO2 fill the room, then we wouldn't be able to breathe, and that'd be really bad. This is like, it's just so thick at its epicenter right here, and it's boiling. You can hear it, but it's not really boiling. What's happening is that solid CO2 inside of that hot water layer is actually just turning into CO2, so the bubbles are just CO2 bubbles. If you take a look over here, look at the kitchen. You can see, like, I can do magic tricks too. Check this out. See, right? Like, I'm a science guy, and 3, 2, 1, disappear.
They still see you.
Oh. But it's covered the entire apartment, as you guys can see.
People want to know if they can try this at home.
You can try this at home. There's nothing bad with this. There's nothing wrong. Like, you can do this at home. Super safe. Dry ice.
Stanley wants to see you swim in it.
Okay, I'm gonna close this door just so I can get a little more here. I'm doing a little swim here. Do the backstroke. Is that pretty convincing?
Stanley said thank you.
Do I just look?
Landscapes said epic. It looks like a movie effects studio.
It does. It kind of looks like a Halloween film over here.
I'm gonna have to Instagram story this.
Here, I'm gonna take over the filming process here. So you guys are just gonna hear my voice. So I'm gonna actually be manning the camera here, and I can I can answer some of your questions because I'm gonna look at what you guys are typing. So as I'm filming this, go ahead and hit me with your guys' questions. Okay, how much does dry ice cost? So I got 40 pounds for, I got 20 pounds for $40. And so I'm here in New York City right now. This is my buddy's Mike. This is his apartment. We're down here in Soho. That's Chris over there. What's up, Chris? And so we decided to do this experiment right in Mike's kitchen. Now, as you can see, it's already starting to dissipate. Right, all this down here. It's not as thick as it was before because what's happening is the water is actually, whoa. Just spill water all over Mike's floor. Don't worry. I'll get that, dude. Don't worry. I'll get it. Down in here.
It looks so epic. I mean, it's pretty.
Is some of the water still. 40 pounds. How much is that in kilograms? Oh, that's a great question. I actually do not know the conversion right off the top of my head. What is kilograms to pounds? We're working on it. So you can touch dry ice even with your. So you can't. So dry ice is. At negative 109 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is super cold, really, really cold. You don't want to touch it with your hands per se, but you can for a short amount of time, you can actually pick it up. So again, you definitely want to do this with gloves. I'm just showing you this for this example. You can pick it up with your hands, but you just don't want to hold onto it for very long. I mean, that's really cold just doing it like that. So if you're gonna like play with it and mess around with it, definitely wear gloves, but you can just pick it up with your hands for a short amount of time. Will you live stream soon? Oh yeah, we will definitely live stream soon. Does it ruin the floor? Let's take a look.
I hope not. I hope not, Nick.
I don't think it's gonna ruin the floor. It shouldn't. Really, honestly, all this is water vapor. And so as soon as we turn the AC back on, it'll actually get rid of all the extra water vapor that's in the air right now.
And maybe if they hear closely, they can hear that bubbling.
Yeah, can you hear this bubbling? I'm gonna dip the phone down in there. pretty close.
I'll take the camera back from you.
What's it like on AGT? Are you still on AGT? Well, I got one more round. I got 4 yeses. There's a water vapor. All right, I'm gonna pass this back off to Mikey. Alrighty, I'm gonna open up one of these doors because I don't want us to suffocate in here. I'm gonna make sure we get some more oxygen. Open this to the hallway. I think they'll think that we're doing mad science experiments. In many ways, we are.
Candace M wants to know if you're on Twitter or Facebook.
I am on Twitter. I'm at Nick Uhas on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook. It's Hey Nick Uhas is the handle. It's kind of like the page where I can post more videos. So like my personal one filled up after Facebook. There's nothing I can do. So that's the one that's the best to get a hold of me.
Joseph Murphy wants to know what's AGT.
AGT is America's Got Talent. It's another reality show here in the United States. It's international, and it's a show that cultivates and looks at people's talents. And so you get singers, you get magicians, you get science guys, you get all sorts of really cool acts.
Do you have Snapchat?
I do have Snapchat. I'm Nick Uhas on Snapchat. I don't snap that often. I actually snap more, or I do more like videos on Instagram, but I do have a Snapchat.
Jody wants to know what happened to Smosh.
Smosh is still going. So Smosh Lab is a show that I co-host with Shane, and it's still going. We actually just filmed 2 more episodes before I left. So I'm in New York right now, but we filmed 2 more episodes in LA right before I got out of there.
Bonham wants to know who's your favorite judge on AGT.
You know what? Actually, my favorite person on AGT is Tyra Banks, but that's because she's not a judge. And if I had to pick, it would be Howie because he's also he's the most energetic and he's super outgoing and it's awesome.
Willow wants to know, are you having a nice day?
I'm having a great day. And I'm going to show you guys one more time what this looks like, and then I'm going to close this out. As you guys can see really quick, we put 10 pounds of dry ice into a sink, and sort of the aftermath here is that there's a lot of water, right? All this water vapor has now condensed all over Mike's apartment. It's really just the surface up here. So if you put that much dry ice in your sink, you're going to get a super awesome special effect. It's going to deck out your whole apartment. Make sure you ventilate it because all that CO2 has to go somewhere. You don't want to breathe in. It's okay if there's CO2 in the atmosphere, but you don't want it to be just CO2. So you want to make sure it's well ventilated. And for the time being, if you wanted to fill up the place, you can do that, but make sure that you get atmosphere oxygen back in the room.
Someone wants to know, what is holding it? Is it on the sink completely, or is there something holding?
Yeah, so I can show you what we started with was a little... So here's kind of what we've been doing this for almost 10 minutes. And there's the dry ice right there at the bottom. So that's what's left of our 10 pounds.
In a strainer, so it's not touching the sink directly.
Correct. It's not actually in the bottom of the sink. Now the reason we did that is just because it's a lot easier. If I throw this in the sink, it's just going to do the same thing. It's just a lot easier to actually put in there with the strainer. That way you can kind of dunk it in all at once.
And look at that, clear water.
Clear water, look at that. So perfectly clear water.
Clear water, dirty sink.
And we'll put it back in and we'll get that reaction right away. And the hotter the water, I'd say the quicker it acts, the more, it's really not smoke. What it is, it's water vapor. The more water vapor you'll get.
Jody wants to know, how did you get the dry ice?
Oh, so almost every major city, even grocery stores, sell dry ice because trucks that are not refrigerator trucks use dry ice because it stays cold and doesn't actually turn back into water. It just sublimes, which means it just turns into a gas. So it's a really clean way of keeping things cool. And so grocery stores typically have it in their, I would say their deli area, or sometimes where they have produce. Or you can actually go to an ice store, and ice stores will sell dry ice. It's another really popular thing for using for camping. For the same reason, dry ice is really easy to transport because it doesn't turn into a liquid. It just sublimes and basically goes back out into the atmosphere.
A lot of people are asking, are you going to watch Big Brother, and will you be on it again, maybe?
Well, I can't tell you if I'm going to be on it again, but I will definitely be watching it if, in fact, I'm not actually on it. But I cannot confirm nor deny if I will or will not be on it. But I will definitely be watching this summer.
Victor just asks, why should I subscribe to your channel?
Because we do awesome science experiments, just like this one, and we do it 2 times a week. So we're going to be doing videos all summer long, every Tuesday and Friday. Remember that. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. They're epic. We go big. We do a lot of really cool science experiments, and sometimes things get out of hand, and there's always fire, and they're always fun. They're always fun.
Emma just shared this video with her friends.
Thank you, Emma. You're one of your top Wikipedia. I would say you're part of the team now. Part of the team. Part of the Wikipedia team.
Amanda wants to know where she can find you besides YouTube.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Both of my handles are @NickUhas. And a lot of times, like, I upload videos that I actually don't upload to my YouTube. I do that both on Twitter and Instagram, so it's a good place to find me for other science-related type stuff.
Michael just shared this video on Twitter.
Hey! Thanks, Mike!
And a lot of people are asking, how is dry ice made and why did it all disappear?
Yeah, so dry ice disappears. I'll answer that one first, because dry ice is solid CO2. So there's this big giant machine, and under a lot of pressure it takes CO2 and it condenses it straight into a solid. And so it looks like this, to have here in this box still. This is dry ice right here. It's very cold, negative 109 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's a really expensive machine that makes this. And it condenses the gas directly into this solid form. And the reason that you don't see it at the end is it goes straight from the solid form back into a gas, and it's just CO2, that's all it is. But that process is called subliming, so you never see the liquid. It just goes straight from the solid, straight into the gas.
A lot of people want to know what's next for Nick Uhas.
What's next for Nick Uhas is, we're definitely doing a lot more Smosh Labs, got some more AGT coming up, and we're going to be doing new videos on this YouTube channel every Tuesday and every Friday. That's the summer. The summer we're going to be doing a collab tour, so you're probably going to see me working with a lot of other YouTubers, and we're going to be doing a lot of really cool, fun, interesting experiments all summer long. And actually, I need to get out of here because this experiment's kind of dying down a little bit. I'm going to show you guys one more time, and then we're going to go ahead and end this. If you check it out right here, this is what is left of our 10 pounds of our dry ice. So that's all we got right there. That's probably maybe like a pound or two. And that's where the water, and the water actually feels really cold now. A lot colder than where we started. It was, I wouldn't say it was boiling, but it was really close. Alright guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and in the comment section below, let me know, what would you do with 10 pounds of dry ice? Did you think that this experiment was really cool? Like, where else would you put dry ice to get this really cool effect? And we're doing videos every Tuesday and Friday. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys really soon.